Congress President, respected Manmohan Singh ji, Anthony ji, and all our Chief Ministers, General Secretaries, I'd like to welcome all of you here. I think the biggest issue facing us is that a lot of the work that we did over the last 10 years that transferred power from bureaucratic systems to people. And I'm basically talking about the rights-based paradigm, right to work, right to information, right to food. These are being systematically attacked. Now, we are having a discussion over here about whether the amount of money has been reduced. And those numbers we will do. But the real issue is not that the amount of money has been reduced, but the fact that the nature of the programs has been questioned, challenged, and is being systematically destroyed. So, NREGA is a rights-based program. RTI is a right-based program. That means that if somebody demands it, the government has to give it. That thing is certainly being questioned. So wherever we can defend that, we must defend that. I believe that the most powerful asset that this country has is the genius and the capability of our people. And the more power we give to them, in whatever way, the better India will do. This is fundamentally different than what our opposition believes. Our opposition believes in centralizing power and in ensuring that one or two people run systems. If you look at pretty much any of the Congress party's successes, whether it is the Green Revolution, it is the White Milk Revolution, it is the Telecom Revolution, even bank nationalization, all these programs, in one way or another, empowered people at large numbers. And I think the rights-based paradigm is no different. BJP and the Prime Minister simplifies the NREGA and says, it is simply a transfer. We are giving free jobs to people. In fact, NREGA completely transformed the rural economy over the last 5-7 years. And a lot of the economic benefits that came from NREGA, that came from the fact that we were able to create a minimum wage, are simply ignored by them. So one aspect of it is that we have to defend the rights-based paradigm, we have to defend the decentralization. Second thing is, I think it's very important that in the state governments, in the states where we are in power, we demonstrate a couple of things. One, we demonstrate that we are following the basic Congress thought pattern, which is we are decentralizing power, we are pushing power down to the panchayat, we are empowering people. The second is that we maintain a minimum level of performance. It should be felt that the 9 Congress state governments are the best performing state governments in the country. So I think those two things are important. The third thing I'd like to say is that Mr. Chithambaram has mentioned this a number of times, and I think it is critical. Over the last 10 years, we developed a paradigm and we ran a paradigm quite successfully, and the people of this country benefited from it. When we face the next election, we face the next election with a completely new model of a new way of thinking about the future. And I think the state governments have a big role to play. So I think it's important that our states also focus clearly on one or two programs and make them the best in the country. So, if we are focusing on education, or we're focusing on PDS, or whatever we're focusing on, those 2-3 things, everybody should say, the government of Karnataka is the best in this, and the government of Kerala is the absolute best in this. I think that focus is quite important. It helps them a lot. He has weakened the institutions that would ask the questions. So I think that is something that Congress President has raised, and that we should fight for. We should fight for the fact that RTI Commissioner is not being named, that these institutions, these guard dog institutions, have been shut down. I think the chief ministers here have great amount of wisdom, great amount of experience, and they can guide us in developing such a paradigm. So I'm looking forward to hearing what they have to say. Thank you.